So we do everything in a meeting based on one four-letter word, data, right? Data, data, data. Show me the data. So evaluators come. I am obsessed with LSSPs and diagnosticians. There's nothing more amazing, I think, than a full, complete 7G cognitive profile. Why doesn't the evaluator use their expertise to serve, equip, and explain the evaluation to the
Karen, I hope you have a while. This is a huge issue for me. LSSPs, diags, school psychs, whatever we're calling you this week, I'm talking to you. You guys are some of the smartest, brightest, sharpest people at that table, time in and time out. The individuals I've worked with on both sides of this table are among the smartest, most intelligent, deeply knowledgeable individuals. Yet, our system says, hey, the law says we have to evaluate, so you guys are going to give a test, you're going to come read a report, and then you're pretty much done. We need you to step up. We need you to engage. And even though our system has not engaged you and has not leveraged you, what I see every day are diags and LSSPs reading reports. And Johnny has a fluid reasoning of a standard score of 64 with a mean of 100 and a standard deviation of 15. Mom and dad are sitting there going, what in God's name did they just say? One, take time and explain it, guys. You know your craft. You know what it means. And all of this varying data means different things. Again, if you have an intelligence score and a full scale of X, and then you have all these subcategories and they vary significantly, what does that mean? Explain it. If they have a standard score of 68, which translates to a percentile of 2, let mom and dad know. Let mom and dad know if they have a low cognitive score, school's going to be really hard. And that's a part of maybe why we see some of the behaviors. The other thing is infuse yourself into that meeting. Every time I see great diagnostic data, I never see it in the IEP. I don't see it in goals. I don't see it in the PLAF. I see it in the initial write-up, and they're beautiful, gang, except for when we have copy and paste language. Don't do that. But we've got to utilize you guys more and better, and you have got to start advocating because schools don't know how to use you. One last thing, be analytical, guys. I was in an IEP meeting the other day, and it was a nonverbal child with autism, was in a very restrictive, skills-based setting, and the parents felt very strongly, mom in particular, and moms know their babies, that this child was much smarter than what the school district felt. Well, we start going through all of the intellectual testing, and there was a huge variance between the district and an independent eval, and so what we requested was a nonverbal assessment of the child, and I think we used the Naglieri. The score was 34 standard points higher when we reassessed. And I asked later the LSP, why didn't we do that originally? Or when we saw the variance in the two assessments, why didn't you request a nonverbal? And she said, well, this is how we do it. As long as we don't mess up or there's not standard issues, we give the one. And she's a very bright woman. Had she taken the time to be more analytical and really think through it, then this would have been avoided, but she has 100 kids to assess and evaluate. So we don't ask people to be evaluative and diagnostic. We ask them to comply, and we've got to get away from that.